people that were really hurting financially, but they still donated something.
Yeah.
But what made this different was every single person donated something that they cared about. And there were so many of the $5 donations. People that never intended to donate were walking by and they heard about it and they learned about it and then they donated.
And it's so personal. These kids can identify with these other kids who are in that situation. It's just beautiful. You've inspired more than 200 folks who would not have necessarily known about camp otherwise. That's unbelievable.
Our church sponsors a free tool called JustServe.org, and it's just a place for volunteers to find places to volunteer.
Oh, great.
And we would like to connect you with more volunteers, and in fact we have a church congregation in Ashford.
Oh my goodness.
And we would genuinely like to help, continue to help.
That would be great.
A lot of people don't even know that it was started by Paul Newman.
Well, the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp is a camp and outreach program for children with serious medical conditions, and it was founded by Paul Newman back in 1988 as a summer camp, and it has since expanded. So we now bring programs to more than 34 hospitals, as far south as Children's National in DC, and all the way up to Boston Children's in Boston. And then we bring camper programs right to campers' homes, right to their community centers. We'll do movie nights and bowling nights, and we'll connect families who have similar conditions and are like-minded in their communities. And then we will have programs on site from kids as young as 7 all the way up to 24 through our adolescents and young adult programs. So all in, we're serving tens of thousands of children each year throughout the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, completely free of charge, thanks to friends like you.
But don't you also have programs that support the families, not just the campers themselves?
Yes, so we have what we call our Camparound care. So we recognize that for every child with a diagnosis, their siblings are impacted, their caregivers are impacted, and so there's something for everyone rather. So our camper families are really all part of our camp programs.
Now, one thing I love, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was there many years ago, actually, let's just date myself. You have a poll for sickle cell. You have a week dedicated to that, and I saw a video and it just gave me goosebumps.
Yes. Newman's Own does support a lot of amazing charities. So they support unbelievable organizations near and far. 100% of their proceeds do go to nonprofits.
Yes.
We are one of those charities, but Paul was always really intentional. He didn't want the success of his salad dressing or the pasta sauce or the now candy bars, you name it, pizza, to be contingent upon the success of the camp programs. And so they were always intentionally really separate. And so we rely on nearly 20,000 individual contributions each year to make sure that our programs are free of charge for our families.
Now, another thing I love about your camp is you're fully staffed with hospitals. You can actually do surgery there, correct? Or you have a helicopter pad where you can helicopter people out if they need help.
You got it. So we have our medical facility on site, our OK Corral, which helps to provide all of that.
OK Corral,
OK
love that.
Corral. And this is where we can provide that unobtrusive medical care for our families. And so when our campers there for our residential programs, we're going to provide oral meds while they're out and about. So they might be riding a horse and they'll get their meds while they're out at the horse barn or in the dining hall. But if they need to be in a safe, sterile environment, we have our OK Corral, which has beautiful murals, very similar to the one behind us. And they're going to be able to go there. We have almost a 1-to-1 staff and volunteer to camper ratio.
Wow.
So if a camper is going to be in there, we're always going to have someone. You're going to see Monopoly Go, sorts of things to keep that camper distracted from whatever's going on. And so they'll be receiving all the care that they need during their week that they're at camp.
And one of the items was a $5 fishing kit that you could donate.
Yes.
And that was popular.
Fishing is one of our favorite activities at camp. We have a beautiful Pearson's Pond, and kids will go out. We fish with live bait, and we have what's called a kiss and release program. So you catch the fish, you give them a big old smooch, and then you throw them back in. And so because the fish know they're going right back in, we've got largemouth bass, we've got all sorts of fish there. And so the kids get real creative, and they give a lot of love to our boating and fishing
I
area.
love that you have trained fish.
Yes, yeah.
How fun is that? So we met you through the Light the World Giving Machine campaign, which is a vending charity machine that supports local and global charities. But how can someone donate the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp year round? What are the opportunities?
There's so many opportunities. We rely on an amazing community. So whether it's making a donation, you can go to our website, or getting involved. And so we have thousands of volunteer opportunities every year, from helping to stuff mailing envelopes, to volunteering at a 5K, to camper facing programs, both on site in Ashford as well as off site. So there's something for everyone. Just like we have our programs where we meet our campers where they're at, we want to meet our volunteers. And that may mean time, that means hours, resources. We appreciate all of it, and we know it takes a village to do what we do, and so we appreciate everyone's support.
Well, we're delighted to meet you and
Yes.
support you, facilitate the donations to the Hole in the Wall Game Camp. What a great cause.
Well, it's
Thank
been a
you.
beautiful partnership. We're
Hashtag
excited.
Light the World.
Yes,
I'm a
there you
hugger.
go.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
We're thrilled.
Thank
So
you.
happy to be here. I would love to see which things you feel like you could use a boost for. So the JustServe is kind of new to our area.
Okay, great.
And the goal is it's just a free tool and it's open to the community, but what we're looking to do is to make sure we've got volunteer opportunities in there, and then not only promote it to our church members, got congregations all over the state, and well, obviously all over the world where the machines were and where the camp is. But we'd love to sort of handpick a few things and just start uploading them. And the fun thing about that is one of the ways we can do that is we can describe it, and then instead of filling out everything, all we have to do is put the link. So it's
And then
quick
people
and
can go
easy,
to
and
it.
it's just another way to feed more people into your system so
That's
that
great.
you are fully staffed all the time.
Church is literally 1 or 2 blocks on the left, right when you're driving up there. It's on the left.
144.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
have to.
So
I feel like
we-
I zone in, or like
I-
out rather, and I'm
I
like,
feel like this is the beginning, but we
That's awesome.
really want to consistently support what you're doing with our church members, and then also promote it more to the community members, and like who knows where people hear
Yeah.
about anything from, but it's just another resource, and it's something we're looking forward to
that's
doing.
why I talk about camp as much as I can, because you never know. And not only do you know someone who might want to volunteer, but you might know someone who would benefit from our programs. It's often that you know someone whose child was recently diagnosed, and you're thinking, they're so overwhelmed, they're in so much pain and suffering right now. What can I do to help? Well, connect them with camp. And
Yeah.
so we hear that all the time too, where it's just knowing about it. And I've had donors who are like, oh my goodness, my cousin's best friend so-and-so was just diagnosed, and they just submitted an application. It's because of that sort of ripple, that trickle down effect.
This is like the break room?
Yes. So this is just our staff community room where we come, and we've kept some of Paul's inspiration on the wall. Of course, him in his glory on the big stamp, but then we have some camper artwork, which is great.